I do.
Hi, everyone. It's Jennifer Rizzio, founder and spiritual director of Soul Language. I forgot where I was, and Soul to Business. And, every once in a while, I like to grab somebody from the community and have an amazing chat. And today we're talking with Iris. Hello, Iris.
Hello, Jen.
Okay, so let me describe. I want to describe to you what I think about Iris. So, Iris is a marketing crackerjack. She really has this ability to take everything you do in order to present yourself in marketing. And this is a very technical term, squish it all together, mold it, bake it, and spits out something that's actually beautiful, clear, and actually gets your message across to your client or consumer. And most people think that's really easy to do, and it's really not. And then Iris does all this other back end gorgeous stuff that she's going to talk about. So Iris, can you tell us about you in a paragraph or less?
Oh my God. Um, I'm trying to picture a paragraph. That's how technical I am. I'm trying to picture a paragraph in my head.
No, just talk,
So,
Iris.
um, like, what do you want to know? Like,
So I want to know how you would describe yourself at coffee with someone.
wow. I am a, um, wow. I'm a creative, um, spiritual human with bouts of ADHD. Um, I'm not consistent with it, but when I get it, I have it. Um, who I truly believe that my purpose on this earth is to be of service. Um, Not to be stepped on. There's a difference, but to be of service. And I truly believe that all of my experience have happened so that other people don't go through it, or that I could guide them through whatever they're going through.
I love that. And on a tangible level, like, you do a bunch of things when it comes to the topic of marketing, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, you do anything from consulting to website design
You
to
meant
video.
business wise?
Excuse me?
Or you meant business-wise or
Yeah, tell
personal?
me business wise. I love the personal. Everyone's going to hire you for personal, but you do marketing campaigns and content creation and
Oh,
consulting and
yeah.
website design and
We're
what I
all-in marketing solutions for service-based business, right? So we basically are if you hate working with, and I don't want to use the word hate, if you don't like working with like 20 different people to get all aspects of your marketing done, we're the company for you. We handle everything from website development to search engine optimization to social media to video production to media buying to content creation, logo design, branding. We do it all. And if you need tchotchkes, we could do that too. So we're literally all in one. And I built it that way because I had so many people tell me, oh my God, I'm working with this company for this, and I'm working with this company for this, and I don't want to do it. And I went, I can do all that. So, and then people are like, you need to niche down. And that is my niche,
right.
is people who don't want to work with 100 people to get their
Yeah,
stuff done.
and I think the good thing about that one-stop shopping is that individual knows you from inside out, right? And so
Yeah.
you don't have to keep explaining or trying to explain who you are. You can really have a deep dive. It's like having a best friend in marketing, right? Which I do, but like having a best friend in marketing where you go, okay, here's what I want to do. You go to Iris, and Iris goes, okay, here's the whole kind of layout. And what I really love about you is you don't try to fit anybody into a box.
Yeah.
You really listen to people. You really want their goodness, their genius to come out in every aspect of their marketing. And you do a lot of amazing stuff from having your own TV show and podcast, right? Right. Look, she's so embarrassed. Why are you so embarrassed about that?
I'm not embarrassed. it's I know I do all the things. Um, but when you hear it, right, it's like, oh shit, yeah, yeah, I do all that. It's humbling, I guess.
Yeah, and that's also why you wanna hire her, because she is down to earth, she's real, and, what have you seen some of the major I'm laughing because Iris did a whole thing about my menu bar a couple weeks ago, but what do you think, where do you think people really fall down in this marketing? Especially spiritual entrepreneurs because they angst over it so much. They want to get everything so right that they wind up getting nothing right because they get paralyzed. So where do you think they fall down?
So I think that, okay. So when I come to you and I'm like, who's my team? The mortar maker and the
My
other
God.
guy and the other, and right, like all of that, right? So it, it, look at that from marketing. Look at that as, you know, who's my team? Why do I get overwhelmed? Why was your menu bar, like too deep, right? Um, because you do what you do and I do what I do.
Yeah.
So I can look at a website in like 3 seconds and be like, oof, that needs to be fixed. Now, do I tell everybody that? No, because then I'm an asshole, right? Going like, oh my God, you need to, fix this. But there are a lot of times that I have to like bite my tongue. I was in a meeting with somebody a couple of weeks ago who wanted to do video. So we were, getting ready to lay out a schedule because we do quarterly, video recording um for content. And she's, have you seen my site yet? And I went, oh no, you've never sent it to me. So she puts it in the chat. And I went, okay.
Maybe we should
Like
shelve the video, but maybe we should just
I
focus
have
on
a
this one.
bad poker face. Like I'm really working on my
Yeah,
poker
you
face
yeah,
because
you can't.
my
So
heart's
her
on my sleeve, right? Yeah.
right. So her soul languages, everyone, are negotiator, strategist, and mortar maker. So the one-liner, she creates new deals or new agreements and new strategy around love.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
Right?
but when I look at it, right, I'm looking at it through a lens of love. It's like, I want
Right.
to help, but not everybody wants my help, and it's not my place to say, "Hey, you need this." So, and by the way, you look beautifully tan. But
Oh,
anyway, I digress.
thank you.
You too, you look fabulous. But so I so I looked at her site and I went, "Okay." And she, "What?" Nothing. Let's just
Hmm.
focus
Let's
on video right
let's
now. Let's
keep
just we're
moving.
here to do something. Let's just do. And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. What?" And I went, "Really? We're going to do this now?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Who did that?" You know, and I know her well enough that I could do that. Like if it was a stranger, I would never, 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 never do that. But because I know her, and she goes, "You've never looked at my website?" And I was like, "No, because we were focusing on this, and so I didn't." And she goes, "Is it that bad?" And I said, "It can be fixed. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen." She goes, "Yeah, but it's not the best thing." And I said, "Well, no, it's not the best thing." I said, "But it's really not the worst." I said, "There are a couple of things that we could tweak." And so she's like, "All right, let's do the video and then we'll talk about that." And I said, "Okay." And then she calls me, what's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
So I guess Friday. Like I don't even know what day it is anymore. But she called me Friday and she went, "All right, Goldfeder." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "What is wrong with it? Like, let's go over it and tell me what's wrong." And I said, "No, we're going to go over it. I'm going to tell you what you've done right." Because you know me, I don't believe in negative marketing at
Yeah.
all. Like I'm never going to tell somebody they suck at something. I'm never going to tell anybody, I believe in telling you what you've done right because that's what you know how to do because clearly you did a good job on it and then let us fix the stuff that can be fixed.
Yeah.
And so, that's what I said. And so she's like, she's from Jersey. Yeah, 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 yeah. What sucks? And I'm like, it doesn't suck. I said, if it sucks, I would have been like, okay, it totally sucks. but it doesn't suck. There are some things, but it could be fixed. And so we're gonna be fixing it. But it's I try to come at things from like a positive angle because I've seen and I've worked for companies that really make you feel shitty about what you've done,
Yeah.
and they almost shame you into working with them. And I don't
Yeah.
want to, that's not me. I don't want to do that. And um, so yeah, so I just try to, like if you ever come to me, I promise I won't be like, oh my God, what were you thinking? Unless I know you really well, then I'll be
No.
like, oh my God, what were you thinking? But other than that,
I mean, no, you were lovely, but you're like, and I know, like, I love content. You're like, yeah, no, no,
well, you said to me,
I know
take a look at this. And I did. And I went, okay, the first thing I would change is
the menu
that.
bar. And what did I do right away,
You
Iris?
change the menu bar
Change the menu bar.
like that.
Right? Because I know what I know,
Mhm.
right? And
And you
I
could do it.
know, right? And I also know I love freaking content. And I think that's also a place where people kind of they are talking, people do talk about niching down, niching down, niching down, and a lot of people in my community are highly innovative, they're highly intuitive, and they're content driven. And so we get all these content ideas, and the content driven is fine, but it has to have a place, right? And you
Mhm.
have to have some direction towards it. And that's not saying that you have to throw that out of the window, but let's give it a container where it feels right,
Repurpose it.
right?
Right.
Versus what Jennifer did, which was put every bit of content on her menu bar that she could do.
Yeah, but I think that, right, it's like with spirituality, we wanna be in flow. So we want the
Right,
website to be in flow.
right,
And
yeah.
that's all you needed.
So, what do you want people to walk away from our conversation knowing about you today?
Um, this is like so funny because I thought that this was like about gonna be me talking about you, not you talking about me. So, um, gosh, I mean, we just did a post last week on LinkedIn about having a best friend in digital marketing or marketing in general. Um, having a BFF that you could go to and call at any time or send a text at any time. I hate my freaking site. What am I going to
Yeah,
do? Or whatever. Um, and just know that, we don't we don't just hire a client and then forget about you. We're always there. Um, it's not like, we'll build your website and if you want SEO, then clearly we'll do SEO. But if you just want us to, build the site, we always build it with SEO. And then you want to be on your happy way, that's fine. But if you come to me in like a month and you have a question, I'm going to answer it because, that's what you need to, you need to do that. I'm very relationship based. Um, and I care about all my clients, whether I just do one website for them and, I don't hear from them again, or they're retainer clients. And like right now I have, a bunch of retainer clients. And, to me, it's always about the relationship and what can I do? How can I make what you're doing better? How can, how can I make you look better? Um, and how can I help you excel and grow? And I think that's really what it is for me. I think any of my clients, now that I can get uh, test, can I just say one thing?
yeah,
So I was in a non compete for 2 freaking years. It ended April 1st, and they just came out with a freaking thing that non competes are void. Like you can't. So for 2 years, but here's the thing, right? Here's the other thing is that if that didn't happen, would I be the business person that I am today? Would I have been able to dig in deeper and find the other things? But anyway, I'm digressing. At the end of the day, I want you to succeed. That's it. That's what I want you to walk away with. That I will always be in your corner. I will always answer your questions. I mean, if you call me at 9 o'clock at night, I may not answer. If you text me, I might. Um, Not that that's an invite to text me at 9 o'clock, but if
right.
there's an issue, absolutely. Um, and, I'm there. So literally you have a BFF in marketing who's always going to be there for you.
I love that. And I think that's important. I think anyone in your support team should be that. Again, use your caution. Do not text at 4:30 in the morning, right? But I want my support team, my friends, my associate, like people who I count on to be that, "Oh, can I just text you? Or hey, I'm just checking in on you. Want to make sure that you didn't have a nervous breakdown after the whole menu debacle," which you did. Right? And so really understanding that when you're hiring someone on marketing, they have to not only know what they're doing, so ask for references, but they also have to feel like they're part of your team. They have to feel like you're connected, because these are people that are going to be, they have their hands literally in the body of your business. And so you want to make sure that you like them and you trust them, and I don't think people are looking that they know to look for people like that. I think they look for a lot of people like, oh my God, just, you're the best, or someone said you did it, or you did this, or right, or you convinced me by putting me in shame or fear. So
Yeah.
give out your website address, Iris.
It is gasstovecreative.com. So GASSTOVE creative.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Iris Goldfeder, Gas Stove Creative, but you could probably get me quicker under Iris Goldfeder. I'm on Facebook. Google me. You can check out some music that I've done. Um, I'm pretty easy to find.
Yeah, and she's pretty easy to work with. Thanks, Iris.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Bye for now.